Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the multi-auth functionality in our project and we tested it and it was working perfectly fine. And guys, once again in this video we are going to implement the most important functionality of our project, and it is going to be the approval of the blocks. Let's say I'm going to show you with an example. So let's start. First of all, I'm going to run my project and I have already accessed my project directory and folder right here. So let's do PHP artisan serve. Let's move to Firefox first because I'm going to log in with my normal user, or let's say basic user ID. So it's test@gmail.com and my very secret password. Okay, login, don't save. Okay, let's move to create block. Right here you can see we don't have any sort of checkbox that allows this specific user to publish its blog on the home page. Okay, the reason was, let's say if a basic user is going to create a blog, first it needs the admin approval to be published. So admin approval is required right here. So let's access our our project with the admin dashboard. Sorry, the admin user as well. So I'm going to type my credentials right here, 1234 1234. Okay, my very secret password. Don't share it with anyone. Okay, let's move forward right here. So right here, let's say if a blog is created, we will be able to see all the blogs, but in this case I want to see all the awaiting approval blogs on a separate page. So that's what we are going to do. But first of all, what I'm going to show is I'm going to create a blog with the help of a normal user. So let's create one so that every let's say we are on the same page. Hidden blog, and let's say URL would be hidden minus blog. Okay, and category would be, let's say, programming, let's say lifestyle, let's say. Okay, let's use this image and let's put something right here as well, hidden blog once again, and right here as well hidden blog, yes, and right here as well hidden blog, hidden blog. Okay, so right here I'm going to create this blog. As you can see, blog created successfully. Let's move to the admin dashboard side and I'm just going to do a refresh. And now you can see the blog is successfully created, but it's awaiting approval for the admin to allow it, or let's say to publish it. Okay, so now I'm going to create a separate page or a separate link where we are going to see all these awaiting approval blogs so that we can approve it. We can approve it from right here as well. Just keep that in mind, okay? Because if the functionality is already implemented and let's say if a user wants to edit it, he can. But for now, my aim is to create a separate link. So let's do that. First of all, I will open my Sublime right here. Let's move to resources, views, and backend. And in the backend, first I want to move to layout and sidebar. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to create a link right here. So let's do that. I'm going to copy this from right here, copy, and paste it right here, just below it. Okay. Okay, let's change this blocks to, let's say, awaiting approval. Okay, and let's change this icon as well to FA user minus clock or hyphen clock. Okay, refresh. Okay, so we can see our new link is right here on the sidebar, but let's say if I'm going to click this one, we are going to redirect back to this blogs page. Why? The specific reason is right here, because we are hitting the blogs URL. Okay, so now is the time that we create a separate blade for this awaiting approval. So let's do that. For that, I'm going to move to backend, and right here I'm going to create a new file. Okay, and I will move to blogs.blade. I'm going to copy everything from right here and paste it right here. And now let's save this blade as awaiting.blade.php. Okay, just remember guys, I'm creating my new blade, the awaiting blade, in the backend folder directly. Okay, sorry. Okay guys, so let's create a route for this blade so that we can access this blade. Let's move to web.php And first of all, I want to remove this because our user role functionality is already implemented and we have tested it. So let's remove it. This was just a configuration route. Okay, so I'm going to create a route just right here. Let's say awaiting approval blogs for user, you can say. Okay, so let's create our first function, public, sorry, not a function, route, sorry guys, route get, and let's say awaiting approval, and this time once again I'm going to hit the block controller and specific method would be awaiting approval. Okay, now let's move to block controller and let's define the awaiting approval method right here. So I will scroll down right here. Let's comment it out. Let's say awaiting approval blocks, public function. Just stick with me guys because we need to do a lot of code right here. Okay, that's why I'm going to copy and paste a lot of code because we have already done everything and all we need to do is just create some links and copy some method and paste it, and that's it. Okay, just follow along. Okay, so public function awaiting, it's not like that, sorry, awaiting approval. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now return view, any guesses guys? Backend dot awaiting, that's it. Now what we can do is we can simply call this route right here in the sidebar. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so the URL is changed. Now let me show you awaiting approval. Let's click it. See right here, now we are hitting awaiting approval route, but we are still getting all the blocks. Reason being guys, because let me move to awaiting blade, and here once again the code is same, the title is same, etc, etc. Let's move down, and right here we are using this blogs.js to create the data table from all the blogs. Basically we are getting all the blocks, because in that case from the blogs.js, let me open it, blogs.js, this one, see we are hitting get all blocks from right here, this one. So that's why we are seeing the same data. Let's make some changes, and first of all let's move to awaiting blade. Let's start from the beginning. So right here I'm going to change the title. First of all, awaiting blogs. Okay, let's move down. Right here I'm going to write awaiting blogs. Okay, and right here once again awaiting blogs, that's it. And in this case we don't need this add block icon or anchor, sorry, right here, that's it. Let's remove it. Okay, refresh. Okay guys, so now you can see the changes right here, the title, the heading and the other heading, and still we are getting all the blocks. So let's fix that as well. For that, what I'm going to do is, since we are hitting this blogs.js, or we are including this blogs.js, so what I'm going to do, I am going to create a new JS so that I can get all the awaiting blocks which doesn't have an approval, or which are, let's say, where the active is 0. So let's create that, public backend partials, and right here I'm going to open this blog.js right here. I'm going to copy everything to save some time, because we are going to do a lot of stuff right here. Okay, and we have seen all this in great details in every single video, so it's time to copy this. Okay guys, to save some time. Okay guys, so let's say if you are confused what we are doing right here, what you can do is you can see the CRUD that is related to category, so that you can understand it better, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I have copied everything. Let's do it once again, Control A, Control C, and I'm going to create a new JS file in this partials folder. Let's paste it right here, and I'm going to name it awaiting.js. That's it. Let's move at the top. Okay, now we need to make some changes. I'm going to close this blog.js, and that's it. Yeah, blogs.blade as well. Okay. Okay guys, so now is the time to make some changes, and here I want to implement data tables on a specific ID, and in this case it is not going to be block, so let's change it to awaiting. Okay, seems fine. Yeah, let's move to awaiting.js right here, and I'm going to change the ID because we are using the ID right here to create the data tables. Okay, now processing true, server side true, responsive, etc, etc. We have covered all these in great details in the previous video, or let's say the CRUD that was related to categories. So let's move forward. In this case, what we need to do is just we need to change the route, but for that we need to create one. So let's start from here. Okay, so let's say this is going to be get awaiting get all, let's say get all awaiting blocks. Seems fine. Okay, so everything remains the same, and right here you can see we are using post type of request, so we are going to define a new route. So let's do that. Okay, so right here route post and get all awaiting approval, and I think it was blog as well. Let me see. Get all awaiting blocks. Yeah, this seems fine. This is a bigger one, sorry guys. Okay, get all awaiting blocks, and let's change, or let's say let's include a controller, block controller at get all awaiting blocks. That's it. Now we need to create this method in block controller, so let's move to block controller, and first of all, since we are going to use everything that is similar right here, basically the records and the let's say the table names, not the table names, sorry guys, the column names, the image, title, etc, everything should remain the same. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy everything from this get all blocks method. Okay, I hope you understand, because we are going to get everything as similar right. Okay, so let's move down, and I'm going to create a new method, get all awaiting blocks of user, let's say, or no, because an admin can also, let's say if he doesn't want to publish his blog, he can do it. So get all awaiting blocks should be fine. Okay, public function get all awaiting blocks, same name of method which we have defined right here in the routes. Okay, so let's move forward, and in this case I just copied everything from get all blocks. Let me show you once again the specific method. If you are following along the project, or if you are following not along, sorry guys, if you are following the project, so you know what we are doing right here. Let's move down. Okay, let's paste everything right here. That's it. Okay, and now I need to remove some uncertain code because I don't want it right here, and let's fix this. Okay, so once again what we are doing is we are returning everything, so we are not going to see any changes, but in order to fix the error, that's what I'm doing right here. So for that, let's see what we have right now. Inspect network. Okay, let's do a refresh. Okay, so I think I made a mistake somewhere right here. Awaiting, is it the same? Yes, it's no, there was a spelling mistake. Yeah, I saw it. Control Z. Yeah, there is the mistake. That's why we were not able to see anything. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so now what's going on? Let's see. Okay, let's fix this. Something else is going on. Okay, base URL get all awaiting blocks. Let's fix this right here, and right here as well, and right here as well. Okay, so everything seems fine. Let's save this, get all awaiting blocks, and we are hitting from right here. Okay, so once again, let's see what we have. Network. Okay, let's see. We are returning data tables with the help of this ID. Oh yeah, sorry guys, right here. This is the mistake. Sorry guys, okay, because we are accessing blogs.js on this specific page, and blogs.js doesn't know about the ID awaiting, because blogs.js is looking for the ID blogs and we are not having any sort of ID right here. So that was the mistake. So let's correct the JS file in this awaiting plate. Sorry guys, awaiting this one. That's it. Let's see what we have now. At least we should have something. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, so this was the issue guys, sorry. Okay, let's move forward. Now what we need to do is we need to see the blogs that are in, let's say, the hold state or where the active is 0. So let's fix this. We don't need to fix this, but we need to correct our condition for this type of scenario. So in this case, let me show you the database and let's move to blogs. In this case, I want to see, or I want to get all the blogs where the active is 0. So let's apply our condition right here, where active is 0. Okay, and I want to get all. That's it. Okay, and let's say if you have any sort of error, first let me show you this one, the result. Okay guys, so now we have all the blogs that are on halt or that needs admin approval right here. Okay, so we are, let's say, filtering our records. That's it. Now let's say in any case, if you are not able to see these records, in any case what you need to do is you can simply dd and see if you are able to get all the blogs, etc., or even if you are hitting this specific method or not. You can check with the help of this. Okay, let's do a refresh. This is just for you guys. Network, okay, yeah, I know, because we are not returning anything. So right here you would be able to see the records. Okay, if you are not, then it means you are not hitting this specific method. Okay, so that's the whole point right here. Let's move forward, and now we are able to see all the records that are on, let's say, halt. Okay guys, so next task is, let's say right here, this is the one that this specific user just created, this specific blog right here. Now let's say if admin wants to approve it, he can simply do it using edit. Okay, and let's say if admin wants to edit it, he can. Let me show you first the edit functionality, because we have already implemented this one. Hidden, let's say, space for, let's say, admin. Let's update. I'm not going to publish it right now. So it's updated. Let's move to awaiting approval, and now you will be able to see the changes right here. Hidden blog for admin. Okay guys, so everything is working perfectly fine. Now let's say if I want to publish this blog, I can simply do it from right here, from the same page. Okay, this one. Now let me show you the history of this page, what's going on right here guys. Let's say, because we are using this JS, it includes the edit URL right here to edit the blog. Edit blog base URL / edit blog / row ID, whatever the record ID is. Okay, and then we are hitting this specific method, base URL edit blog ID, and we are able to edit our blog using this link, using this method. Sorry guys. So that's what going on. Sorry guys, sorry. So that's what going on right here, and everything is working perfectly fine. That's why we spent a whole lot of time right here to implement this functionality, just because of this, so we can make use of it anywhere we want. Let's move forward guys, and now let's say if I want to publish it, update. Okay, blog updated successfully. Now let me show you. It shouldn't be right here, as you can see. Now let's access the front page or the home page of our blogging system. Right here you can see the blog is published now. Okay guys, now let's move forward, and also just note that we are going to create a link right here as well, so that a specific user can see all his approved blogs that are published. Okay, so we are going to implement a link right here as well. Let's move forward, and let's say in any case, and let's say if you are new to data tables, what you need is, or I know most of the user wants to know, how can we update our records just right here. Let's say in this case, for showing you like this functionality, how, let's say if I want to click here and the block should be published, because in most cases you are going to see this scenario and you need to do it. So in this case, what we are going to do is, guys, our edit and publish functionality is working perfectly fine, but let's say in any case you want a shorthand or a shortcut right here as well, we can do that as well. So let's implement that without wasting any further time. Okay, so first of all, what I need is I need an extra column right here. So let's create it. For that, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it right here. Let's align this. And in this case, I don't need this anchor, but in this case I'm going to use input field. Okay, input checkbox, not field. Okay, sorry guys, my throat is not like, well, I don't know what's happening. Okay, so let's move input type. Let's say type would be checkbox. Okay, check. I hope you guys are getting my point right here. Checkbox, and let's say the class would be approve. Yeah, makes sense. And ID would be, let's say, dollar whatever the row ID is. That's it. And yeah, I need the name as well. Sorry, name would be approved once again. That's it. Let's close this. Now we will not be able to see anything. Why? Because we are defining an extra column right here, but we haven't implemented it on the blade. Let me just show you so you can debug if you face any sort of issue like this. See, processing and it's on hold, and if you go to inspect you will be able to see right here with the style. Whenever you have style issue, you can go with this approach as well, that you don't have, or you can go with this approach like you are missing one column, or let's say your column numbers are not matching from here to here. Basically in one of these pages you are having some extra column, or you are missing a column. That's what I mean. So let's copy this, paste it right here, and it should be awaiting. That's it. Okay, so now we are able to see an extra column right here, so it looks good. Okay, let's move forward, and now is the time that, let's say if I am going to click this, something should happen, or this specific block should be approved. So let's do that, guys. Okay, so for that, what we need is, we need to implement something like this, and actually we can use the same function for the delete block, and we will change it so that we can save some time. Okay guys, because we have seen each of these things in great detail. Okay guys, yeah. So let's say if you have any issue and if you want me to type, I will, but that is going to cost us a lot of time, so that's why I'm doing a copy for now. And if you are not satisfied with it, just tell me and I will move and I will write the code. So let's say in this case the comment should be approve block. Okay, and in this case we are looking for the class approve, so let's change this delete to approve. And this time I'm not looking for a click event, but I'm looking for a check, because we haven't defined the default value, by either it should be checked or unchecked. So let's say by default it is going to be unchecked, and let's say if a check is happen, or the condition of this input checkbox is changed, what we need to do is we can simply call this function. Okay, and let's alert something right here so that we can see that everything is working perfectly fine. Okay guys, so these are the powerful method that we implemented previously, and now it's paying off. Okay, every bit of time. Okay, so now let's change this text to you. Let's say, are you sure you want to publish approve this block, just for the confirmation. Warning, yes, delete, no, yes, approve. Okay, and let's say if I'm going to approve it, we are going to hit this delete block. Let's see if we are doing everything fine right here, up till right here. Okay, so now let's do a click. ID is 11 right here, you can see, and here we have our swell confirmation. Are you sure you want to publish this blog? If I'm going to click on this, yes, approve it, it is going to delete the specific record. Why? Right here, because we are hitting this delete block with the ID, it is going to delete this specific record, so we are not going to do that for now. Okay, so I'm going to cancel. And to implement this functionality, what we need to do is, first let's remove this alert. Okay, now we need to make a method so that we can approve this specific block. Whatever we are whatever ID we have right here, we need to approve it. Okay, so let's create a method for that, and for that purpose I'm going to do a new route, implement a new route, approve block. Yeah, this looks fine, and the method type should be the route type should be get, and yeah, everything looks similar. Okay, no changes, that's it. Let's create a route right here, copy and paste it, and let's say approve block with the ID, that's it. Okay, and this time approve block, that's it, and type would be get. Okay, let's move forward to block controller so that we can implement approve block functionality. Approve block, public function approve block, and this time we are expecting an ID, so let's do it like this. And now what we need to do, first let's see if we are getting right here or not here. Okay, so we have changed the route. Let's do a refresh and let's click on this checkbox, network. Okay, so right here you can see we are here. Okay, so it's working perfectly fine. Now what we need to do is we need to find this specific block where the ID is this, and we need to make some changes like update this specific record. So let's do that. $blog, really simple method guys, blog where ID is $ID first. In this case we need the first record and we need only one. Okay, guys, let's move forward and let's do a dd $blog just to show you. Okay, let's click on this blog, yes, approve it. So now we are able to find the record where the ID is 11 right here. See, so everything is working perfectly fine. Now I'm going to implement something for the, let's say, manipulation, or let's say if in any case we don't have a specific block, what we can do is we can simply implement if $blog. What you need to do is return, not return, sorry, we need to change it. Okay, $blog, and active status should be 1, and what you need to do is save. What save is going to do, it is going to check if we have this specific record. What you need to do is you need to update it, and let's say if the record isn't created, save method is going to create it. So in this case we have a specific record, so what it is going to do, it is just going to update a specific record. Okay, let's do return success. That should do the trick. Exactly. Okay, now let's move to else condition, and let's say if in any case we were not able to find it, let's say return response JSON error, and error text would be 404 and not found. Text would be not found, and the type of the error would be 404. Okay guys, so now everything is working perfectly fine. We are going to find a specific blog, we are going to change the active status of that blog, we are saving the record and we are returning the success, else we are going to throw an error. Let's move to awaiting.js right here, approve blog, and let's say if we have success, we are going to show blog published. Let's say published successfully. Sorry guys. Okay, table reload and everything remains the same. Okay guys, so we have discussed everything in great detail. If you want to understand it better, what you need to do is go and check the CRUD that is related to category. We have discussed this in great detail. So let's do a refresh and now everything should work perfectly fine. Let's say I want to publish this third blog, or let's say let's do with the one that we recently created, and let's do a refresh so we can see the change of the status right here. See, so let's change it to 0. Let's do a refresh. Okay, so now hidden blog is right here. Let's say if I want to activate this blog, are you sure you want to activate, you want to publish, approve this blog? Yes, approve it. Success, blog published successfully. And now let's move to home, let's do a refresh, and now once again we are able to see our blog. Now let's say in any case if you want to remove a blog, what you can do is implement some functionality where you are going to see all the approved blog and you can mark them as, let's say, on halt or active status is equals to 0. You can do the same. Okay, now you know how can you do that. Okay guys, okay, let's move to the last point, and that is I just want to show you the manipulated way, sorry. So let's change the ID of this one, sorry, not this one, this one. Okay, so now the ID is 11. I'm going to mark it as 111. Okay, let's do the save, and now I'm going to approve this. Are you sure you want to publish? Yes, and not found. Sorry, we were unable to find this record. So in this case we are hitting this specific method. So that's it from this video guys, and I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys like this functionality as well. And in the next video we are going to implement a link right here for on the user dashboard, so a user can see all his published blogs right here. Okay, so that's it from this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready. Okay, take care.